Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Blue Columbine. And her last story was the narcissist. The narcissist causes problems, so they can blame you for it. And here's her story. Hey, Ollie. Thanks in advance. I will leave a donation in PayPal. Okay, first of all, I'm sorry for keep getting stuck on this whole birth story part, but it has always seemed so off and just not right. Even when I shared the story with friends, most people would look at me sideways, like that can't be true. Usually I am asked, is that even possible? I honestly, I don't know if it's possible for a baby to break its nose in the birth canal, but it's what I've been told literally my entire life. I've decided to go no contact with my family, and I got some things from their house before I pulled the plug. One of the things I took was a bin of sorted pictures of just me, basically all my childhood photos, which I was never in full access to, but now my parents are empty nesters. My mom has become a lot more sloppy and doesn't hide things as she used to, so I found it pretty easy. When I went back to the house I am staying at, I went through the pictures. I couldn't believe it. There it was, the picture I had been searching for. It was of my mother holding a beautiful newborn baby in the delivery room. This baby was normal, healthy, perfect. The face was normal reddish, but certainly not black and blue as I was always told I came out. I feel I was meant to find my truth. Yes, it is possible this is one of my siblings and it just ended up in the wrong bin. But I do not find that to be the case because we have all seen those pictures. These were hidden. Why? Why did my mother make up such a violent story about my birth? I have a theory that it was her need to mark me from birth as the defective one, the one that would the one that would take the abuse. She wanted to deem me as broken as soon as possible, setting me up as the scapegoat. Yeah, yeah. They always want to mark you as defective as soon as possible. Something they can point to. Oh, well, it was because she broke her nose during childbirth that she acts this way. And she was never. Meanwhile, you never broke your nose, which was just a bullshit story anyway. That or simply she is a sadist and can't keep herself from having sick fantasies. I know my brother was born with an umbilical cord wrapped around his neck and also came out black and blue. Only that story is weird, real. Still, the way my mom tells it, like it's exciting to her that this delicate thing was hurt and threatened so soon. She likes the thrill she gets by telling it. She like she secretly wishes she could have killed one of her children by accident. Sick, truly sick. There was this other thing I found when I was back to collect some things. It was a letter to my dad from my grandmother on my mother's side. We had always been told when my parents left the church, their whole family abandoned them. I've seen my parents get up in front of the whole church to share their testimony and tell the story to harvest all this pity and support to everyone. I remember sitting in service watching my mother weep on stage and just feeling so uncomfortable because it did not match how she acted around them, her family, ever. And really what these services are, these religious services, all they really become is the narcissist histrionic show. It's just a histrionic show. Everybody going up, telling their testimony, crying. It's just a histrionics bonanza. That's what it is. It's a histrionics bonanza. Like a talent show. Who can tell the best histrionic story? I was so confused and felt disgusted and directly following deep shame for not feeling sorry for her because you knew she was bullshit. You don't feel sorry for the narcissist because you know they're lying. She had always initiated fights with her parents, and I loved and missed them when and was sad I couldn't see them because she couldn't control herself around them, not even to get together and share a meal. The fake niceness would never last. Yet she is playing the victim. How is that even possible? Because that's what they do. They always play the victim. Doesn't matter. Facts don't matter. She's got a histrionic church. You can go up and tell her bullshit stories of pity. The story was because my parents decided to leave the Mormon church and became Christian, they were excommunicated, that my parents rejected our family from then on. That made no sense because we had seen my grandparents since then and they were always fighting because of my mom. It was a rewriting of history, deliberately to project their sins and play the victim. I remember when my parents joined me after speaking, my mom crying into me for comfort. She's at this point by making sure I comfort her physically and emotionally. I'm validating her in front of the whole church. Right, it's just a histrionic show. That's it. It's just a histrionics talent show. And that's what these churches mostly become. Now, in your mother, she's using one church against the other church for a better, our histrionic, the Catholic histrionics are better than the Mormon histrionics, and I'm going to use the Mormon histrionics again. It's all just a histrionics talent show. And what's the reward? Public pity, public comfort, public acknowledgement for lies. Which is why you don't feel bad for her, because you know they're lies. I comfort her physically and emotionally, and I am validating her in front of the whole church. It felt so unnatural and weird because my mother never touched me, except to be physically abusive is falling into my small shoulders and chest, and I have to stretch my arms around her and stroke her and pat her on the back. You know, my mother would pull some of that shit. Drunkie would pull that shit sometimes. She'd try to be emotional in front of other people and touch and hug me. Don't fucking touch me, you monster, because I know what you are. I know what you... Oh, how could you talk to your... No. This is nothing more than a histrionic talent show. Even though I know she's full of shit, now I'm really confused as to why she's lying to everyone for the pity. And why she's using me to fake her authenticity. Because she gets two purposes out of that. Not only does she get to force herself on you, you know she's lying. She knows she's lying. She knows you know she's lying. Yet she's going to force you in public to help her to be her partner in crime in her histrionic talent show to extract more pity from strangers. That's why she's doing it. Back to the letter I found. It proves so much to me. Again, it was from my mom's mom to my dad. It basically said, and I'm paraphrasing here, I'm writing to you because the connection between us is too much to bear. The contention between us is too much to bear, and I hate that every time I think of you or Lori or your kids, I feel heartbroken and cry. I've written to you because Lori has told us. She never wants to speak with us again. We understand and respect you had your reasons to leave the church and will not try to pressure or change your mind, but you must respect our choice in staying in the church. It is what works for us, and we don't want to be talked away from that commitment. I hope we can come to a place of mutual acceptance, understanding, so we can be a family again with love. So your mother's trying to drag your grandparents away from the Mormon church, okay? Why? Because your mother likes to destroy things, whether it's life, whether it's life or people's things or other people's religion. She just likes to damage things because she's a sociopath. Now this really paints a different story, doesn't it? I was always told they rejected us, not my mother rejected them. I was grateful for these truths being revealed. It was like a gift in a way. Though I am still decoding what it means, I see it as a warning. They rewrite history to serve their needs. I know this will and is already happening to me. And no matter how much they smear my name and warp history to manipulate others against me, to view them in a certain way, I can never go back. Not to set the story straight, not for any reason, not if they angle it to me like I'm the bad guy and they're the gracious ones for forgiving me. And you got to be careful of that because they're in that church and their forgiveness is a weapon. These people are extreme liars and will angle it in any way to get you back into their trap. I see how dangerous and manipulative it is, and the only solution is to stay the hell away. Looking forward to hearing any insight you might have. I'm trying to make sense of these lies I've been told for so long. All the best, and thank you, Blue Columbine. What you got to understand is your mother uses that church as the ends to her means, as her torture device, as her weapon against you, against her parents, against everyone. And then she uses it to get supply for her fucking made up lies and bullshit as she goes up there for her revival, okay, in the Histrionic talent show, where the reward is pity, 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 and she can destroy everybody's life around her. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. And that's what a lot of these churches are, is they're nothing more than the Narcissist histrionic talent shows. So I hope that helps. Thank you for another contribution and story, Blue Columbine. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like a private video made, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.